Yeah, DrippMan, 2 Ps. Today, I wanted to discuss some of my musical influences growing up. I feel like we have to talk about it. Obviously, I'm a rapper. You may or may not have heard my music, but I'm actually a very versatile artist. So, people may know me for songs like Party 19, more of like a club song. They might know some more songs like Drip Gang, got the streets on lock. You know, Nani, we got the smooth R&B kind of vibes. My paid Meow members to the page know that I have rock songs and country songs. So I cover a wide variety of genres in my music, and I'm very proud of that. And a lot of that comes from the way that I was brought up. So I come from Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is a predominantly white city, and their radio stations play nothing but like pop music, right? So ever since I was little, I just remember them playing like Britney Spears, you know what I'm saying, Jennifer Lopez, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. So those were some of my early influences. And then this was back in the 90s, so like grunge music was popular and alternative rock. You know what I'm saying? So I used to also listen to people like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who else are some of the other bands? There's a song called Iris. I forget who sings that song. One of my favorite rock songs ever was Superman by 3 Doors Down. That shit go hard. Or Headstrong by Trapped. That's another one I like. I like the other kind of rock music too. So me and my mom's song, our song was, I think the band is called Train, and the song is called Hey Virginia, or Meet Virginia. Meet Virginia. Love that song. So yeah, those were some of the types of music that I listened to. I wound up going to foster care, also to white families, and they, a lot of times they would listen to like country actually. Country music, especially when I was in Freedom, Wisconsin, which is a small city, unincorporated city that I stayed in a foster home out there for like 2-3 years, something like that. And yeah, riding the bus to school, all they listened to was country. You know, one of my favorite country songs was Kid Rock. I think Sheryl Crow was on it. It was like a remake of an older song, like a breakup song. I forget how it goes or the title of it, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Dixie Chicks. I remember there's a song called like Mr. Mom. You know, she think my tractor sexy. Like just all different type of country music. And country music isn't my cup of tea, just being 100 with you. But I'm glad, you know, just as an artist, because I look at myself like a true artist. So I definitely grew an appreciation for country music. I definitely grew an appreciation for it, even though, like I said, it's not really my cup of tea. Forgive me if the lighting's not good. I'm walking and relying on the sun. So yeah, that was a lot of my musical influences outside of rap. Because of course, I was still consuming a lot of hip hop music. And when we talk about rap, a lot of people know my favorite artist is Tupac. Tupac. But outside of him, like my mama, the white woman she was, she had us listening to the dirtiest rap songs at the youngest age. Like I remember being 7 and 8 and her, you know, us listening to like, you know, Biggie, I can't think of the name of the song. Or artist you might not know is JT Money and Too Short. There was this album that JT Money came out with called Pimpin' on Wax. And he was just straight talking about pimping hoes, you know what I mean, getting money from bitches and just all that stuff. And Too Short, I don't know if you know who that rapper is, but he's from the 90s. He be rapping about the same shit. Yuck Mouth. My mom had me listening to Yuck Mouth. It's a West Coast rapper. Just like his name suggests, he just says a bunch of explicit shit. Spice One. I don't know if y'all know who Spice One is. That's another artist that we listen to. at a younger age. So you got to understand, that's why DrippMan is such a multifaceted individual who can seamlessly switch between Schleip Batty and gangsta. And a lot of times it's the same thing for me because, like, even just looking at my music, you know, I was literally switching from gangsta to Britney Spears, you know what I mean? From one song to the next. And I loved it all. So those were a lot of my musical influences as I was younger. Nowadays, outside of DrippMan music, I don't really listen to a whole lot of new music outside of like what my kids might show me. You know, and I don't know if a lot of you guys can relate to that. Hello, sir, good morning. I don't know if a lot of you guys can relate to that, just as far as like, you have songs that you like and you just kind of stick to your playlist. So I definitely am open for suggestions. So if you have some suggestions on some new saucy music, drop those in the comments. As you can see, I mean, I definitely take some rap suggestions for sure, but as you can see, I appreciate all different kinds of music. And even if you don't have suggestions, I would just love to know what kind of music you listen to in general, you being a DrippMan, Drip Gang follower. Of course, don't forget to like the video. I definitely appreciate those. And sub if you haven't, man. You are a whole flower out here.